As far as your fighting career goes, where is your focus right now? Have you talked to Dana about maybe what's next for you on the fight cards?
No, not yet. I mean, obviously, disappointing after the last the outing with Shane Carwin. I want to, I was really focused on getting back into the championship fight. I got to start over now. Right now, just going back into the camp, and I started training again and just trying to work upon the things that I need to fix. And in one instance, I keep my sanity because I know I'm 30 years old. I got quite a long time before I have to hang my hat up, doing this. And due to my newfound, nutrition program and the way I handle my conditioning, my physique, it's obvious that I'm taking care of myself. So I have a long career ahead of me. But right now, as far as who it's going to be, I don't know. I mean, right now, I just got to make sure that I'm, as good as I can possibly be. And whoever they put in front of me, I'll take that opportunity, There's nobody that I would avoid. Obviously, I fought Brock twice. I'm willing to fight Carwin. There's nobody that I'm willing to. I don't dodge people.
Right. All right, let's finish it with a kind of quick fire round for you. Just quick questions, quick answers. Most overrated fighter in the UFC right now?
I don't think that exists.
No. Underrated. Who's the most underrated? Who should get more respect than he does?
Who's underrated?
You can say Frank Mir. That's okay.
No. You know what? Chael Sonnen. I think he's kind of underrated. I think really what he's done in his last fight against Nate Marquardt, I even underrated him. I didn't think that fight would end up being that way. That blew my mind. I was like, wow, he really came out there quite impressive.
How long until we see MMA in the Olympics?
That I don't know. You see some sports in the Olympics that I'm like, what? Not insulting anybody here. I don't want to offend anybody, but there's a few sports I'm just like, that's a sport?
Ballroom dancing, maybe?
Yeah, it's like, it would be nice if it was an amateur sport. I think it would help promote it more. And I don't understand why. I mean, judo and mixed martial arts, and karate, taekwondo have its counterparts into that event. I don't know why we wouldn't. I think mixed martial arts, when people truly understand it, it's just a form of martial arts. I mean, it was the original Olympic sport. Pancration was, back in the day, was the first one. And so I think it's just getting rid of the stigma. I think we have the downfall of that we fight inside of a cage. And for whatever reason, that just brings bad emotions to some people when they first think about it. But the only reason why, and I try to explain it to people, I'm like, look, guys, if we could fight inside plexiglass, I guess we would use plexiglass. It's just the cage, rubberized, was a good idea. Because if we fought in a boxing ring, you end up out inside on the floor. It's just to prevent injuries. It's not really an archaic idea. It was just it was a safety issue. But for whatever reason, people start envisioning cage fighter, and they just have these ideas that are just not really true to what it is.
All right, last question. I'll let these people get your attention. We're sitting there playing the UFC video game the other day, and I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, I wonder if the fighters like the way they're represented in the video game. Does Frank Mir, the real guy, like Frank Mir, the video game guy on the UFC game?
Yeah, actually, I got to play it a little bit, but I got to be honest with you. It's kind of weird, playing yourself on a video game. I guess, I mean, I do have an ego like anybody else, but I get a little embarrassed at times about certain things, and my kids have it, and it's one of those things like they'll put it on. It's just like my wife. If she puts on my fights, or I leave and go upstairs. If she has family over and they start watching me, and they start, if we're watching with coaches and we're dissecting my fights, I can watch all day long. And we're just sitting there like, hey, look at Frank, we're going to put the fights on, we're going to put the video game on, and someone picks me, that's the fastest way to get me out of the room. You pick my character, I'm going to stand up and leave. It's just weird. I think that, like a musician being at a club, if someone put on his song, probably be the quickest way to get him to want to get out of there, you know what I mean? Unless, I guess, I don't know, maybe there's egomaniacs greater than me, but I'm just not there yet.
Brock, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say it. You don't have to. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks a lot for this. We appreciate it. Like I said, it's not every day we get someone of your caliber through here, so thanks for taking the time.
Hey, no, it was very pleasant being out here. Thank you.